really hope that manga, would get better and like kinder and gentler towards women. Instead of just like, oh, here's this girl, let's rape her on a train. And then, oh, here's this girl in a, I don't know, like a subway and stuff, whatever. So yeah, it's just like super, super disturbing. And I can 100% understand how, the lady who's an ambassador to whatever wants to limit the abuse of women depicted in manga and film. Even if it is animated violence against women, it's still violence against women. Oh, so yeah, back to that Netflix. Oh my god, that Netflix documentary was the scariest freaking thing in the world. The things they do to women, like 18-year-old women, that are, like they're like, oh, it's a light bondage shoot. We're just gonna do this and that, and nothing was explained beforehand. So much so that the girls don't know, like if am I allowed to say, stop, this is hurting me. I gotta leave, and they don't know that that's even an option to do that. Basic human rights stuff. So yeah, I'm really sad I looked up that pornography earlier, and good God, I mean, I think I'm moving away from that as a human woman anyway. Just like, also, I wanted to say that pornography is male, like it's for males, by males, for males, 100% for males, by males. So it's not even like there is no female pornography. It's ours would be like pictures of flowers and rose petals, falling on like nature and stuff like that. And I guess romantic comedies kind of movies would be female pornography, basically. So yeah. Anyway, so in conclusion, I am completely just horrified by pornography. In 2016, it's like, whoa, what have we become as a society, as a human culture? It's just like, oh my god. So yeah, okay. So I'm super disturbed by the the pornography of today. It's just like, whoa. Also, I wanted to say, when I was finding out that there was pornography and what it looked like and stuff like that, I had just gone into high school. I must have been 13, and that's right when the internet came out, and right when the internet came out, 1990s, yeah, 1996. So, and we just started like, what's email? We just started email and stuff. Anyway, so yeah, so we were, me and my friend were, curious. We're teenagers, so we type up online, like, what is sex and stuff like that. So, what pops up? They're like, download free pornography videos, and I'm like, okay. So we see this super energetic couple having sex, and this woman's on top. I remember it. This woman's on top of the man, and she's Latina, and she's gyrating and really loud and shaking, and it was I believe they call that reverse cowgirl was the position that we saw. Me and my friend at that time, and it was very. I mean, it was it was like interesting and like, whoa, okay, I guess that's what sex is. So now in the documentary I watched on Netflix, it was basically like, oh, as far as like teenage girls today looking online and saying, oh, so that's what sex is. So now the thing I saw back in 1996 was very tame compared to today's standards. So in the interview I saw from that documentary, the little girl who saw pornography for the first time in think this was just a few years ago that documentary came out. So, oh, then that one I remember the title of that was Sexy Baby, and I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but it was at one time. Anyway, so she said, the little girl said, when she saw what sex is, because that's when we're that young, that's what we think. Oh, so that's what sex is. So when she saw that, whatever image it was, she started crying, and she was like, "Oh my God, that is just horrifying." And that's sex. That's what I'm gonna experience as an adult, or when I decide to have sex. Oh. So yeah, just all out tears. I'm like, oh God, that's so disturbing. So I would agree with that assessment just based on what I've seen recently, on the pornography site, and oh my God, just like super disturbing, 100% violence towards women, and like, ugh, absolutely horrible. So. I just wanted to get that out because that was the most disturbing. I mean, I was disturbed more by that documentary, but this is fresh in my mind, and it was super disturbing. Super disturbing. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say on this issue, because I used to love manga, and even when I had a trip to Japan back in 2001, I absolutely adored, I was like, oh, manga's so cool, and there's all these, the sex magazines, yeah, I guess they're hentai manga, so I would, I actually bought a bunch back then, and, to bring back to America. And it was very tame. This was 2001, so very tame. Anyway, so yeah, I am like 100% in support of that issue about, about like limiting the violence towards women, the violence being put upon women in pornography, and not just in the Japanese hentais, but in just pornography in general too. And I will say one more thing. The most disturbing thing that I had seen in pornography was in that documentary, the one I can't remember the name of, was like was the one I saw. Ugh, I really don't want to repeat it. I think it's good for me to process this. Okay, it was where the girl, they hire the 18-year-olds, don't really know what they're getting into for the pornography shoots, and this one was oh yeah, so she's in there, and the guy's like just berating her and telling her how bad she is and what a bad person she is. While he's, I think there's a lot of rape in that too, and then like beating her with a stick or something, and then oh yeah, he made her throw up. I'm not sure, so some way, I don't know. And then I heard, now this one, mind you, I think they showed like part of it or something, and my hand was like over the screen. I mean, I was interested because I was like, this is just fascinating what pornography has become, from what it was. Anyway, so yeah, so he's making her throw up, and like beating her, physical violence, emotional violence, sexual, like kind of a rape thing, and then just telling her what a bad person she is at the same time. And I think at one point there was like licking up of the throw up, which at that point I was like, oh my God, this is like the worst. Just the worst. Just absolutely the worst. In conclusion, I hope pornography is headed for a way nicer time. Maybe women can take that over.